All right. So, do you like shops, vendors, and trade skills in your video games? Great. This is your episode then. Stick with me, and I'm going to take you through some of the crazy shops that are in Jetsam that you can explore. This is going to be a fun one, folks, so stick around. One day I'm going to figure out where to put this microphone so that it can pick up my voice correctly. I'm hoping today is that day. Bear with me, folks. I got a lot of learning to do. I know where I want to put this stupid thing. Okay, anyway. Let's see. So these are some of the ideas, and I'm trying to think. You probably won't be able to see these. I think this is in the developer part of. I think this is in the developer part of our Discord forums, so you probably aren't going to be able to see it. But I'm going to take you on just a tour. I'm not going to dive in. I want this video to be a quick overview, and I'll dive into some of these at a later date. But for right now, I just want to give you a broad overview of what you're going to find in Jetsam. So let's start off with power cord plate. This is the armor shop, and the guy who runs power cord plate is a Ren Fair guy, and so he dresses up like a blacksmith. And if you play along and call him Lawrence the Lance, then you might get a discount. And if you don't play along, or if you embarrass him or whatever, he might jack the prices up a little bit. And that's power cord plate. That's really, I don't want to go too deep into it because there's a lot of spoilers there, and I'll mess it up. I sure will. The Slush and Mush is a soda jerk. It's run by, oh man, I'm not going to dip into it, but I want to remember his name. Oh, Sheldon. He's just, he looks like he stepped right out of the 50s. He's wearing, if you've ever seen like one of those old timey soda jerks where they got the cute little hats and whatever. That's him. That's Sheldon. And he'll come out and he'll take your mech's order. He's got a stomp through window that he's converted his shop to have. So instead of like, it used to be a drive through, but now they got so much mech traffic, he's made it into this area that can house giant mechs. And you just pull your mech up. He'll come out and take your order. When you first unlock the Slush and Mush as a business, because you're going to help him get into business, and that's how you unlock Sheldon as your soda jerk trade skill. So this is actually not a vendor. This is a trade skill place. And what he's going to make for you are like your potions, basically, in another game. If you were playing like, I don't know, EverQuest or, World of Warcraft or whatever, this would be your brewing trainer or your alchemy trainer maybe. And he'll sell you soft drinks and frozzies, and they function as like potions. But he's really upset when you first open the place up and get him established, because he can't cook. He's a soda jerk operator, and he wants to have this nice, restaurant, but he can't cook. So he keeps complaining to you about not being able to cook, and he needs a fry cook to do the job. And finally, you come across Bobby, and Bobby is a fry cook, but he's a bit of a metalhead. And what he wants is to join a famous rock band. So you got to trick him into coming to work at the Slush and Mush. And then you unlock the ability to get food for your mech. It'll make sense when we get there. You just trust old Uncle Charles. It's going to make sense someday. But today's not the day, and I'm not even gonna try to make it make sense today. You'll laugh when you see it. It's good. Okay, the old powder keg saloon. and lab. So this is where you're gonna work up your chemistry trade skill. And old Doc Holloway is on the lam. He's gotten in trouble with the law, and he has set up a hideout. Now, Holloway is a chemist, and he is a really talented chemist, but he's also a sharpshooter, like a six-shooter, Old West, guns a-blazing type guy, and he's gotten himself into some trouble, and now he's hiding out at the old Powder Keg Saloon and Lab. So it's like a mashup of mad scientist and a six-gun saloon. So number one, you've got to find the place. Number two, you've got to convince him to get off the range because he really likes to shoot his pistols. And the whole reason he's developed his affinity for chemistry is because he got into reloading, and so he knows about gunpowder and he can make explosives, and he'll set you up with any kind of like machine guns or rockets or missiles, those kind of weapons. Old Doc Holloway's got you covered. All right, this is absurd. I'm going to keep going. Whatever. Risky Whiskey's Novelties and Law Firm. So, old Risky Whiskey, he goes out and what's his name? Whiskey something. I doesn't matter. He goes out to the beach and he scrounges up whatever he can find. He comes back and he sells it at his novelty shop. And he prides himself on having the most novelty shop out there. On Avalon, which is the island that the game takes place on. And two things are working in his favor, folk. Number one, he goes out and, he doesn't care what these artifacts are he finds. He just brings whatever he finds and he sells it. And so those are, the novel things tend to wash up on Avalon. The other thing is that he's the only novelty shop on Avalon, so that does work in his favor a little bit. But yeah, so he pulls these things out and he sells them off to people, and he doesn't know how they work, and often they don't work. They work toward the misfortune of the owner. Not always, but enough that it kind of became financially fiscally responsible for him to open up a law firm. So he is a very experienced lawyer now. He's never taken on any other clients, but he has defended himself in the court of law quite a bit. Okay, so now we're getting down to aim for the stars. This is where you're going to train your physicist trade skills, and I call all the trade skills in this game tide kicks. It's kind of play on the words sidekick, but we're out in the middle of the ocean on this island called Avalon, and there's tides. So that's what your trade skills will be called. They're your tide kicks because it's all these other people doing the work for you. So aim for the stars is a physicist. His name is Merle, and the thing about Merle is he thinks he's a wizard. So to get him to join you and kind of work on equip your mech with like physics-based weaponry and like laser cannons and plasma guns and rail guns and stuff like that. You do want, I would assume, I don't know, maybe you don't like lasers, but to get him to join you as a tide kick, you have to convince him that your mech is a worthy apprentice, and then he will take your mech on as his apprentice, and he'll begin to train your mech in the ways of his whatever. So when he when he straps your mech with a laser cannon, he might be, he might be just teaching your mech how to cast a light bolt or something, right? We'll get there. I don't want to use trademark terms or whatever, so I'm trying to be guarded on what I say. But you know what I'm saying when I say these things. Okay. The Molten Steel Foundry is, oh man, Calder the Scalder. That's his name. I can't remember his real name, but they call him Calder the Scalder when he's not around. Not to his face. But he is going to give your mech buns of steel. He is like a fitness guru, and he is the your machinist. When you go to train the machinist tide kick, this is the guy that'll take up that role, and he is going to weld armor onto your mech and make it work out and earn its armor and give it buns of steel and beams of steel. Okay, we're almost there. I'm trying to make a quick overview of just each one of these without getting too deep in them. I can't help it. They're just funny to me. Okay, drops by Mike. Mike is going to sell you the modules. So it's not a weapon and it's not armor. This is your vendor that's going to sell those things. So like radar, or I think I talked about the rock and the roll, and the rock is like the drone that your pilot is sitting in a room somewhere on Avalon, and he's got a mouse and a keyboard just like you, and he is playing the game just like you, except for he's controlling a mech, and then the camera that is looking at the mech is actually a drone that's out there flying around and circling. And so as he's changing the viewpoint, there's actually a physical drone called the Rock that's flying around the mech, and he can detach that drone and go. There's a module that you can unlock that allows your pilot to be able to detach the drone and go fly it around, and you're seeing exactly what the pilot sees in the game. So it's almost like you are the pilot. It gets very meta, and it's hard to kind of put into words, but I think you get what I'm saying. There's like there's a person, people, all these pilots, and they're sitting in a building somewhere, and they're piloting their mech, and you're playing those people, so you're playing the same way that they're playing. You're all playing the same game. Does that make sense? Let's get on with it. Upbeat. Oh, one more thing about drops by Mike. Mike has this habit of yelling at the top of his lungs. Just every once in a while, he'll scream, "Drop it!" And when he does, there's this brief kind of pause in the music, and it goes like, and for just a moment, if you can time it right, you can get a deal on his weapons. But it's an S-shaped curve, and if you don't know what that means, it means it goes down in price, and then it goes way up in price, and then it balances out. It looks like an S, but the first part is a lot smaller than the last part, so it's going to be a spike and a race to. It's a mini game, is what I'm trying to say. I don't need to get into technical mumbo jumbo. It's a mini game. If you can time it just right, you can get a deal. If not, you probably want to wait a couple of seconds and let the mic drop pass before you buy your item, because you're going to spend a little extra for it. Upbeat Beatdowns is the weapon shop. This is not crafted stuff. This is where you just go and you buy whatever it is. You know, the shops versus the crafting, it's going to come down to, a lot of times the shops might have better stuff, but they'll be more random than what you can craft. And then the thing about crafting is it will, like, there'll be some kind of consistency to it, and then there will eventually the crafting will just excel above what the shops can offer, if that makes sense. Like towards the end game, you're really going to want to have, you're really going to want to get crafted stuff if you're not getting stuff out in the world. Ideally, world first, crafted, or, you know, I guess somebody's crafting it, you're not crafting it, you know what I'm saying. And then the shops. So Upbeat Beatdowns is themed after like a bass guitar player, and it is the weapon shop, and they're gonna equip your mech to go out and lay the beat down. So that's it. Those are the main shops for Jetsam right now. There's other shops out in the world, but this is the hub town, and I don't think I've missed anything. If I have, you'll find out when you play the game. But I just wanted to kind of show you a little bit about the humor of the game and get you kind of, I don't know, maybe you'll get excited when you start seeing what this game's going to be about. Because I think it's going to be unique. I think it'll be special. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited, and I hope you get excited too. All right, well, that's it. I just want to say I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.